Okay, but someone from operations area. Inside the auditorium because there's not enough seating, so we're trying to use announcement to ask them to go out. But we'll see.
Excuse me, there are additional seats outside the auditorium for people who want to perhaps use a monitor. So you can proceed to. There's a screen outside the auditorium, so you can watch the convocation outside in case you're unable to find seats inside the auditorium.
Request everyone who are on the stairs to please move as the procession will enter from the back and left especially. Please clear the staircase.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us today. Welcome to the 33rd Annual Convocation of the National Law School of India University. We will begin the ceremony shortly, but before we begin, I request all present to kindly take note of the following requests. We request all members of the audience to put their mobile phones on silent mode for the duration of the convocation. Chancellor, our chief guest for today, Shri T.N. Nayanan, and the members of the governing body. The procession will enter the auditorium through the back entrance of the hall as the band plays the marching tune. All guests are requested to rise when the procession enters the hall and to remain standing as the procession makes its way through the auditorium. The mace bearer will deposit the mace at its proper place before proceeding to his seat. We request everyone to remain standing while the national anthem is played and a ceremonial photograph is taken. The Chancellor and the chief guest shall then take their seats. Thereafter, all others present may resume their seats. There is a ceremonial of every speaker after the event. In the event that any member of the audience requires any assistance, we request you to contact the nearest volunteer. Please note that requesting photographs with any of the dignitaries present today is strictly prohibited. Official photos of the convocation will be made available to the graduating students at a later date. To maintain the decorum of the event, graduates are kindly requested to not exit the auditorium during the convocation and to remain seated until the end of the proceedings. The badge photographs will be taken after the procession exits the auditorium.
ಇಂದು ನಮ್ಮೊಂದಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿದ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು. ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಲಾ ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಯ 33ನೆಯ ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಘಟಿಕೋತ್ಸವಕ್ಕೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಶೀಘ್ರದಲ್ಲೇ ನಾವು ಸಮಾರಂಭವನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಮೊದಲು ಈ ಕೆಳಗಿನ ಕೋರಿಕೆಗಳನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸಲು ಎಲ್ಲರಲ್ಲಿ ವಿನಂತಿಸುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆರೆದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳು ತಮ್ಮ ಮೊಬೈಲ್ ಫೋನ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಘಟಿಕೋತ್ಸವದ ಅವಧಿಗೆ ಸೈಲೆಂಟ್ ಮೋಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಿಸಲು ನಾವು ವಿನಂತಿಸುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಸಮಾರಂಭವು ಮಾನ್ಯ ನ್ಯಾಯಮೂರ್ತಿ ಶ್ರೀ ಸೂರ್ಯಕಾಂತ್ ರವರ ಪ್ರವೇಶದೊಂದಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭವಾಗಲಿದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಿಲ್ಲಬೇಕೆಂದು ವಿನಂತಿ.
impassioned song, Where the Mind is Without Fear.
Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. Without fear and the head is held high. Into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Where knowledge is free, where knowledge is free, into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Into that heaven of freedom, my Father, let my country awake. Let my country awake.
May I now request the Vice Chancellor to address the gathering and present the annual report of the university.
Honorable Chief Guest, Shri T.N. Nainan, Honorable Nominee of the Chancellor of the University, Mr. Justice Suryakant, Honorable Judges of the Supreme Court of India, Honorable Chief Justices and Judges of the High Courts, Honorable Minister for Law and Parliamentary Affairs, Shri H.K. Patil, Honorable Chairman of the Bar Council of India and Member of the Rajya Sabha, Shri Manad Kumar Mishra, Honorable Members of the General Council, Executive Council, Academic Council, and the Finance Committee of the University, our graduating students, their proud parents, and other distinguished guests. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the National Law School of India University, it is my pleasure and honor to welcome all of you to the 33rd Annual Convocation of the University. Our chief guest at this convocation, Shri T.N. Nainan, is presently the Chairman and Editorial Director of the Business Standard Limited, the publisher of one of India's largest business dailies. In a career spanning more than three decades, he has been the editor of 3 other business publications, the Business Standard, the Economic Times, and Business World, as well as the executive editor of India Today. Mr. Nainan currently serves as the chairman of the Independent and Public-Spirited Media Foundation, and previously served as an independent director of the Press Trust of India, India's leading wire service. He was a past president of the Editors Guild of India and the chairman of the Society for Environmental Communication, which publishes the Down to Earth magazine. As this convocation takes place at a time when we face a confluence of multiple challenges in the geopolitical, economic, and technological realms, we look forward to your insights and imagination on feasible paths forward. We thank you once again, sir, for accepting our invitation to be the chief guest at this convocation. Justice Suryakant studied law at the Maharshi Dayanand University in Rohtak. He began practicing in the Punjab and Haryana High Court in 1985 and served as the Advocate General of Haryana. He was designated as a senior advocate in 2001, and in 2004 was appointed a judge of the Punjab and Haryana High Court. He was sworn in as the Chief Justice of the Himachal Pradesh High Court in 2018 and elevated to the Supreme Court in 2019. Justice Suryakant has been a member of the governing bodies of the National Law School of India University for the last 3 years, and in this time has been intricately involved in shaping the ambitious plans for the growth and development of the university. We are honored that Justice Suryakant will preside over this convocation as the nominee of the Chancellor. The Chairman of the Bar Council of India and member of the Rajya Sabha, Shri Manan Kumar Mishra, has been closely involved with the university for over a decade. His commitment to shaping legal education and the legal profession is publicly well known. More recently, he was part of an all-party delegation that traveled to the UAE, Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Congo as a part of India's strategic outreach on Operation Sindoor. The Bar Council of India's steadfast support and guidance allows the university to remain today. Shri H.K. Patil, the Honorable Minister of Law, Parliamentary Affairs and Legislation in the Government of Karnataka, is also the de facto spokesperson for the Cabinet, communicating the views and decisions of the government. Despite his incredibly busy schedule, Mr. Patil has always made time for the university, and his guidance has built a strong symbiotic relationship with the government of Karnataka that allows us to remain a national champion in legal education. On September 4th, 2025, the university was conferred the National Institutional Ranking, and we value these to make this possible. While we celebrate firmly among the global leaders, 2 areas of current focus, namely full analysis of the NIRF ranking framework, confirms that most Indian universities are strong teaching institutions that have underemphasized research outcomes. This is a fair description of the National Law School over the better part of the 4 decades of its existence. In the last 5 years, we have systematically addressed this concern. In 2020, we reduced faculty teaching loads and institutionalized a 6-hour teaching week and 3 courses a year for every member of the faculty. In 2021, we introduced a research policy that articulated minimum research obligations for all faculty and an annual appraisal process to reaffirm these obligations. In 2022, we created a new Dean of Research position and an associated office and made conference funding available to faculty as well as seed grants to centers and chairs for research projects. In 2023, we put in place a faculty incentive policy to galvanize research. In 2020, open access did both more rigorous and timely. Finally, in 2025, we have launched an ambitious new call for research fellowship, this steady in the university, this year in learning outcomes. Thank you. This emerging culture of research excellence will be reflected not only through quantitative measures of research output, but also through foundational contributions to our understanding and reform of legal, political, economic, and social systems in India. Second, the National Law School has historically delivered above par academic outcomes with below par infrastructure. Hence, the university has undertaken a series of measures to improve infrastructure to rival the best institutions in the world. In 2023, we inaugurated the refurbished Melgiri Narayan Rao National Law Library that is now a case study as one of the best university libraries in the country. In 2025, we will commission world-class sporting facilities, including a football field and an athletic field and track arena. In 2026, we will deliver 2 new academic buildings that will set new design standards for academic residential facilities for students, faculty, and staff on the existing campus and on the additional 7-acre land parcel that we're being and learning experience of the NLS 1988. In the process, we will also fundamentally reshape the public university education experience in the country. Let me now return to the primary reason for us convening today. In this 33rd convocation, we will graduate 1,557 students from various academic programs. This includes 287 graduates of on-campus programs and 1,270 graduates from our off-campus programs. Significantly, we will graduate for the first time 43 students from the 3-year LLB honors program, which includes a student who has secured the Rhodes Scholarship in 2025. This new degree program, the LLB Honors Program, has demonstrated the university's ability to develop and deliver new academic programs which retain and institutionalize the highest academic and professional standards. We trust that education at the National Law School does more than prepare our graduates for a successful academic and professional life. Our graduates renew our national purpose and become global citizens who engage and refresh our shared values. Our chief guest at this convocation has described our current national crisis as a Meiji moment. So let me explain. The Meiji Restoration in Japan in 1868 was triggered by Commodore Matthew Perry, who led US warships into the Tokyo Bay to compel new trade terms in the Treaty of Kanagawa, 1854. The Japanese response to this crisis was to transform Japanese political, economic, and cultural life by fusing modern Western ideas and older Japanese ways to create a new Asian modernity. I will conclude today by encouraging our graduates to participate and shape our collective response to the current polycrisis. In the spirit of the Meiji Restoration, our collective response may build on 2 indigenous sources of imagination and inspiration spread across 8 centuries. In the 12th century, Vachanas of Basavanna, we become familiar with the radicalism of reason as a counterpoint to tradition and faith. The emphasis on labor and reflective experience as the foundation of value promises a liberation from the yoke of tradition and scripture. 8 centuries later, Periyar developed early Charvaka materialist thought that isolated the pratyaksha pramana, or direct perception, as the only valid mode of acquiring knowledge. In Periyar's work, a commitment to materialism is the key to social and economic progress. I invite the graduates to engage this combination of both rationalist and materialist thought embedded deep within our traditions that offers a path out of our current crisis to a progressive and prosperous future. Thank you.
Shri Manan Kumar Mishra, the Chairman of the Bar Council of India, is a senior advocate at the Supreme Court of India and a member of the Rajya Sabha. Shri Mishra graduated with a BSc Honours and an LLB degree from Patna University, where he was a gold medalist in the law examinations. Shri Mishra has been an elected member of the Bihar Bar Council since 1989 and has served as a member of the Bar Council of India from Bihar, first from 2010 for 1 term, and then since 2018 in consecutive terms. Shri Mishra has been the chairman of the Bar Council of India since 2012. The chairman of the Bar Council of India is a member of the Academic Council, Executive Council, and is the chairman of the General Council of the National Law School of India University. May I now invite Shri Manan Kumar Mishra to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you. Honorable the Chief Guest of today's function, Honorable Mr. Justice Suryakant, Judge Supreme Court of India and Chancellor of NLSIU, Honorable Judges of Supreme Court and different High Courts, Honorable Chief Justice of Karnataka High Court, members of different councils of NLSIU, Honorable Sri H.K. Patil, Law Minister, State of Karnataka, the learned Vice Chancellor, the Registrar of this university, respected faculties, parents, guardians, dear graduating students, LLM degree holders, PhD scholars, ladies, gentlemen, and media people, a very good morning to all of you. Today is not merely your graduation day. Today is a covenant between you and the nation. In this great hall, you are no more in the rows of students. You are the architects of India's justice and guardians of future of this great nation. The degree you hold in your hand is a torch. This torch has not been lit by chance. It has been lit by a sweat and sacrifice of those who walked before you. It has been kept alive by lawyers and judges who stood tall in storms and protected the independence of judiciary. Members defended the voiceless when the world turned away. That torch now passes to you. Do not let it dim. Whom could ever did. Sometimes you will find the temptation of easy money without meaning, of fame without purpose, of comfort without conscience. Sometimes you may be asked to bend when you are supposed to stand. Similarly, at some point of time, you may be urged to be silent when you must lead. It's a trust. It is not a career, it's a calling, but trust me, though the calling is noble, sometimes it will come at 2 o'clock in the night when a client and a brief who thinks of his constitutional rights to be of utmost urgency. The Constitution of India is the heartbeat of our republic. It is the living contract between the state and its people. It is the silent oath and every lawyer must take whether or not it is spoken. Each time you argue with integrity, you make that heartbeat of Constitution stronger. Each time you protect a helpless, you keep the heartbeat alive. Your arguments may not always convince the judge, may not win every case, but your honest efforts and hard labor will definitely convince and satisfy yourself. My young friends, never measure your worth by the fees you earn or the titles you collect, the circles you inhabit. Measure it by tears you wipe, the freedoms you preserve, the lives you save. The lawyer's true reward is not applause, not headlines, not titles. It is the quiet dignity of service. When you walk into courtroom, remember this always. Behind every case file lies a very living story. A farmer cheated of his land. A woman silenced by fear. A child longing for dignity. Do not only see the papers, see people. Do not chase victory, try to seek justice. The law is not about winning or losing. It is about healing the wounds of society and keeping the scales of justice balanced. My young friends, India stands as the world's fourth largest economy, rising toward the third. With progress comes envy and resistance from competitors and adversaries, and this is our trial. Unity, patience, and resolve are essential, and your role is decisive. As a student of law, your advocacy must awaken, enlighten, and defend truth for the poor and the ignorant. You are the shield of justice against those who misled. Heed the call of our Honorable Prime Minister. It is a mission of self-reliance and dignity shaping our future. You are privileged to have studied in the best law school of India, but with education comes duty. True lawyers serve not only themselves, but society, justice, and the nation. I am certain you will rise as a scholar and architects of a united, resurgent India. The future of India is in your hands. Let it be glorious. Go forth with humility. Remember, arrogance always blinds wisdom. Go forth with courage, as the path of justice is often lonely. Go forth with compassion, because without compassion, the law becomes a sword without wisdom. Remember, you do not step into this profession alone. You are walking in the footsteps of several past and present legal giants. Your journey as a lawyer and your advocacy will not only be confined to courtrooms, it would be for villages, for the hearts of the poor, and would be in the soul of the nation yearning to be free. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar ji gave us not just statutes, but a vision of justice rooted in equality and dignity. Mr. Falinarman, Soli Sorabji, Ram Jethmalani ji, and many other great lawyers of their time proved that the lawyer's voice can shake the foundations of injustice. Let their lives remind you that the courtroom is only the beginning and the world outside is your true arena. Today, as the chairman of the Bar Council of India, I tell you this: you are not merely graduates of NLSIU. You are the keepers of India's promise and stewards of liberty and the guardians of justice. Carry that responsibility not as a burden, but as an honor. When history looks back upon your lives, let it not say that you built not just careers, but more just India. That you turned this convocation into an ending, but into the day of nation's conscience found new guardians. So, go ahead, my friends, walk with courage, speak with truth, serve with compassion. The court of history awaits your arguments, and may justice always stand by your side. Lastly, it is my privilege and honor to extend a warm welcome to Honorable Mr. Justice Surjkant, the Chancellor of this great institution and the Judge of Supreme Court of India, to Honorable Judges of Supreme Court of India and different high courts who are representing Bar Council of India and Bar Council of India Trust, to my esteemed colleagues in Bar Council of India, to my brothers and sisters from the bench and the bar, to the Vice Chancellor, the Registrar, distinguished faculty members, to the proud parents and guardians, to my young graduating friends, and to all respected guests present in this august gathering. This convocation is not only a celebration of academic excellence, but also a reaffirmation of the faith that our society places in the next generation of lawyers and the leaders. I wish you all success in lives. Today you are fortunate. You are being blessed by Honorable Mr. Justice Surjkant, the Chancellor.
Vibha Swaminathan is a graduating BA Honours in Political Science from Lady Shri Ram College, Delhi University. During her time at National Law School, terror offences and the death penalty. She has been awarded the Rhodes Scholarship to study at Oxford University, where she will read for the Bachelor of Civil Law this fall. In light of her all-round performance in academics and extracurricular activities during her time at NLSIU, Ms. Vibha has been chosen to deliver the graduating student address. I now invite Vibha to address the gathering.
Honorable Chief Guest, Shri T.N. Nainan, former editor and chairperson, Business Standard. Honorable Mr. Justice Suryakant, Honorable Judges of the Supreme Court of India, Honorable Chief Justice and Judges of the High Courts, Honorable members of the governing body of the university, respected Vice Chancellor, Professor Dr. Sudhir Krishnaswamy, and Registrar, Professor Dr. N.S. Nigam, dear teachers, staff members, my fellow graduates and their families, good morning. This morning's ceremony celebrates not just the end of our time at NLS, but the beginning of our journeys from here onward. The paths that have brought each of us here are as varied as the paths that we will take from here onward. Different cities, diverse backgrounds, varied skill sets, and unique ambitions. Despite these differences, what we share is our capacity for hope. Now, more than ever, we must rely on this capacity. The world we are entering is witnessing the authoritarian capture of democracy, the stifling of political dissent and free speech, the violent persecution of minorities, the prolonged incarceration of political prisoners, increasing inequality and exploitation, a refugee and statelessness crisis of unprecedented scale, and imminent ecological collapse. At a time where frustration, despondency, and indifference are all too easy to fall into, it is this capacity for hope that we must hold on to for ourselves and for the world. Over the last few days, as I was preparing this address, I asked my friends and peers where they found hope and what it meant to them. This is what they had to say. For many of us, there is hope to be found in the journeys of people who've walked these paths before us and laid the foundations for the movements we now carry forward. People who have refused to give up in the face of immeasurable adversity and great personal cost. From the eventual success of Nelson Mandela's resistance against the apartheid South African state, to the courage of Mandela's defense lawyer, Bram Fisher, who died in prison while serving a life sentence for the crime of being a communist. From Baba Saheb Ambedkar's radical equality to Periyar's self-respect movement, there is invaluable guidance to be gained from the lives and works of those who've come before us. Hope is found in the principles we hold firmly and strongly: equality, justice, emancipation, against those that deny it to us. It is found in the hard-fought victories achieved in constituent assemblies, in parliaments, in courts of law, and far, far beyond them. But hope is not only about the moments that make it to the pages of history. During our time at NLS, the classroom is the most radical space of possibility within the academy. At NLS, our professors worked to build classrooms that nurtured open conversation, but not conformity. Classrooms that were exciting. The cultivation of this excitement in reading, listening, and thinking is a formidable task, and when done successfully, it transforms education into a practice of freedom. For nurturing this excitement, I cannot thank each of our professors enough. As students, we found hope in many places outside the classroom as well. In long conversations in the library, public lectures, book discussions, and film screenings, in public readings of the preamble and protest poetry, in pro bono legal work and student coordination groups. All these moments, big and small, reflect an important lesson. Our hope is kept intact in the communities we find and build along the way. At NLS, many of us found what Dereca Purnell calls our political home, the spaces of honest, critical conversation with peers who challenge us, and in doing so, allow us to refine our theory and sharpen our practice. The communities we build in non-intellectual ways are perhaps just as important. From the wonderful chaos of University Week to the long queues during special mess dinners, from the intensely competitive futsal matches to frantically making copies of a classmate's notes on the night before an exam. The friendships and communities we have forged here give us not only companionship and comfort, but the courage to hope, especially when we cannot find it within ourselves. Hope cannot be sustained without the work of care. I'm eternally indebted to my friends and peers who make up both my political home and my personal solace. I'm indebted to my parents for the unmatched importance they placed on their children's education above everything else. I'm also incredibly grateful to the university staff in the library, the administrative departments, the kitchen, and the housekeeping staff for their tireless labor in caring for us. From this place of gratitude, let me turn to what lies ahead. Hope offers us radically imaginative possibilities, imagined into existence. And this imagination requires a hope that lets us leap beyond what we perceive as unchangeably, immutably fixed. As a friend put it, when everything is lost, the possibility of a new thought still exists. Hope of this kind is outrageous, delusional, terrifying, and often unhinged from reality. G.N. Sai Baba writes, "They are scared of our dreams, frightened of our love for the people of empty hands and bare feet who love their lands of hope." But when we lean into this hope, instead of clinging to familiar traditions, we are moving towards a horizon of possibility than waiting to be realized. As another friend put it, perhaps all change begins as a fool's hope. To the batch of 2025, thank you for giving me hope, not only in our capacity to change the world, but in our capacity to never stop trying to. T.S. Eliot in his poem, East, what has been perhaps neither gain nor loss. For us, there is only the trying. The rest is not our business. Thank you.
Respected sir, I have the honor to request you to declare the convocation open.
This 33rd convocation of the National Law School of India, University, Bengaluru, has been called to confer degrees upon the candidates who, in the examinations held for the purpose, have been certified to be worthy of the same. I now declare the convocation open. Let the candidates for the various degrees stand forward.
I request all candidates to rise.
Do you sincerely promise and declare that, if admitted to the degrees for which you are candidates, civility, and strive to protect the Constitution and develop a society governed by the rule of law? Let the candidates.
The degrees will be awarded by the Chancellor. The first set of gold medals will be awarded by the Chief Guest, Shri Nainan. The next set of gold medals will be awarded by Minister H.K. Patil, the Honorable Minister for Law, Parliamentary Affairs and Legislation of Karnataka. We will begin with the award of degrees to the candidates receiving the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. For PhD in Law, Anisha Johnny. Deepthi Susan Thomas. Lavanya H.B. Sanita Maria Stephen. For PhD Interdisciplinary, first we have Pratima N. Uma Mahesh Satyanarayan. Candidates for the Master of Laws will now receive their degree.
So I have the honor to present to you the candidates who have qualified. LLM now? Yeah. To you, the candidates who have qualified for the degree of Master of Laws, to which I pray they may be admitted. Candidates taking the degree in person will please stand forward.
For the one-year LLM Master of Laws, Abhijit U. Pai.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of the National Law University of India, University Bengaluru, I admit you, as also the candidates in absentia, to the degree of Master of Laws of this university.
For the one-year LLM degree program, Abhijit U. Pai. Abhishek Tanwar. Agam Sharma. Aishani Tawar. Ajit Gigi. Akash Chandra. Akash Pratap. Akash Thakur. Anusha C. Gudagur. Ariba Anwar. Arnav Raj. Aryan Seherwal. Avula Havila. Ayush Arora. Bhanuprakash Prabhakar Hegde. Bhumika. Bolim S. Tutang. Chandrasekhar. Dhanya Kesari Rao Gurpur. Dharam Dhakar. Dhiren Yadav. Divyani Basumatari. G.R. Chandramouli Naidu. Gauri Taranath. Hemant Tyagi. Himanshu Kumar. Hitesh Nagar. Ishan Mehrotra. Ishwar B.N. Istuvi Sonkar. Jivita P. K. Jyotsna. Kaushik S. Karigaudar. Khushi Singh. Kopala Nikhil. Kriti Mishra. Lakshay Singh. Lida Lal Ramavi. In LLM, instituted by Mrs. Shriram Gold Medal for securing highest marks in LLM course on research methodology, instituted by Mrs. Chandra Shriram. ML Mitra Memorial Gold Medal for the highest CGPA in the LLM Commercial Law Concentration Cohort, instituted by Professor N.L. Mitra, Visiting Professor, NLSIU Bangalore. And finally, Sitaram Jindal Foundation Gold Medal for highest marks in LLM dissertation. Next we have Masal Kajal Dhyaneshwar. Mukul Dhiran. Nandini A. Nang Megina Munglang. Naveen Talawar. Neha Vinod. Recipient of Nani Palkiwala Gold Medal for securing highest marks in the LLM course Comparative Public Law and Governance, instituted by Nani A. Palkiwala Memorial Trust, Mumbai. Niharika D'Souza. निष्ठा गिरधर, पालसंदे मंथन दीपक, फाल्गुनी भल्ला, प्रदीप पाल, प्रशांत पुरुषोत्तम भवारे, recipient of Sitaram Jindal Foundation Gold Medal for Best Outgoing LLM Student, instituted by Sitaram Jindal Foundation. प्रतीक्षा पवास्कर, प्रवीण कुमार शर्मा, राहुल, रक्षित, रवि प्रकाश, रविशंकर मिश्रा, ऋत्विक देसवाल, recipient of Sitaram Jindal Foundation Gold Medal for student with the highest CGPA in the LLM Criminal Law Concentration Cohort, instituted by Sitaram Jindal Foundation. Robin Bishnoi, Rudra Shandilia, G. Geeta Shri, S. Geeta Shri, Sagar Gasti, Sagar Rana, Sandeep M, Navy Air Force Gold Medal, R.R.K. Sharma, Chartered Accountants, Bank. Soshilia Bai, Shalini Thakar, Shashank Raghav, Sheetal Shetty KP, Shitanshu Singh, Shivam Mishra, Shivam Singh, Shivendra Pratap Singh, securing highest marks in LLM course, Comparative Public Law and Governance, instituted by Nani A. Palkhiwala Memorial Trust, Mumbai. Shreya Rai. Shrija Sharma. Shubham Singh Bais. Siliveru Lakshmi Tanuja. Sneha Sagar. Sravanti P. Shri Radha Rai Chaudhary. Susha Chandar. Tadar Tadam. Utkarsh Anurag. Vaishnavi Mishra. Vani Saini. Varsha Bhagyashri. Ved Prakash Patel. Vijay Dattarao Andhale. Vijay Rahul V. Vishwas CM. Vishwanath BK. Wafa Mariam, recipient of Nani Palkhiwala Gold Medal for securing highest marks in LLM course, Comparative Public Law and Governance, instituted by Nani A. Palkhiwala Memorial Trust, Mumbai. Yash Vikram Singh. The following candidates will receive their degree in absentia: Aditi Singh, Ayush Arora, Abhigyan Chatterjee, Ankit Nishchal, Dilmol Singh Sandhu, Gitanjali P, Ridyansh Sachan, Liban A, Mridul Yash Dwivedi, Nipendra Pandey, Priyanshu Rajgiri, Ramjanam Kumar, Sakshi Upadhyay, Shivam Patel, and Tanmay Mishra. The degree of Master of Public Policy will now be awarded.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you the candidates who have qualified for the degree of Master of Public Policy, to which I pray they may be admitted. Candidates taking the degree in person will please step forward.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of the National Law University of India, University, Bengaluru, I admit you, as also the candidates in absentia, to the degree of Master of Public Policy of this university.
We have Anshul Agarwal, Arun Kumar, PS. GD Jerry Alvin Kishore, recipient of MPP Faculty Medal for Best Outgoing Student instituted by MPP Faculty, NLSIU Bangalore, and the Best Dissertation Award for MPP Program instituted by Professor N. Jayaram. Gayatri Nitin Koragaonkar. Ishika Ray Chaudhary. Jinesh Joshi. Joglekar Anay Sanjay. Komal Chandak. Kuruba Mahi Chandana. Larissa Clitis. Nagesh Maurya. Sai Karthik V. Sandhya Subramanian. Siddharth Vikrant Kolgod, recipient of MPP Faculty Medal for Best Outgoing Student instituted by MPP Faculty, NLSIU Bangalore. Tanya Saini. Vedant Vijay Vatsal. Yash Chaudhary. Zoe Liz Philip Malayal. Following candidates will receive Candidates for the 3-year Bachelor of Laws will now receive their degree.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you the candidates who have qualified for the degree of 3-year LLB honors, to which I pray they may be admitted. Candidates taking the degree in person will please stand forward.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of the National Law School of India University, Bengaluru, I admit you, as also the candidates in absentia, to the degree of 3-year LLB honors of this university.
For the 3-year LLB honors degree program, we have Ajo Lingi, Ananya Nair, Atul Mohan, Ayushi J. Bhavishkar Harshal Bharat Kumar, Dipul Yadav, Fulari Sujit Popat, Gagan, Hemant Sangwan, Ishan Goyal, Jayant Kumar H. Kalyani KB. Madhumita G. Muskan Agarwal. Nathaniel Jordan Varjri. Nirmal Joy. Nishtita M. Gowda. Nishtha Jind. Pushpam. Raskar Onkar Subhash. Renoy Innocent. Ritvik Narayanan. Ritu Rani Kongagari. Riya Shankar Sharma. Rohan Gupta. Sayam Daya. Shubham Kumar. Recipient of Rajiv K. Luthra Gold Medal in Perpetuity for the best academic performance in the face of adversity in the graduating class of the 3-year LLB program. Siddharth Kaushik. Suresh Gehlot. Unavane Harsh Prashant Virshri. Veeramani V. Vibha Swaminathan, recipient of Dr. Ramesh Chandra Gold Medal in Perpetuity for the best academic performance in the graduating class of the 3-year LLB course. Visalakshmi. Votepur Samir Shishadri. The following candidates will receive their degree in absentia. Dia Maria Abraham. Candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Laws Honours will now receive their degree.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you the candidates who have qualified for the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Law Honours, to which I pray they may be admitted. Candidates taking the degree in person will please stand forward.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of the National Law School of India University, Bengaluru, I admit you, as also the candidates in absentia, to the degree of Bachelor of Arts and laws honors of this university.
For the five-year BA LLB Honours Degree Program, we have A. Ananya Raj, Abhilasha Bansal, recipient of Professor K.C. Gopal Krishna and Srimati Sarojini Gopal Krishna Gold Medal in Taxation Law, instituted by Professor K.C. Gopal Krishna, Bangalore, and the Rajiv K. Luthra Gold Medal in Perpetuity for the best academic performance in the face of adversity in the graduating class of the five-year BA LLB Honours Program. Abhiram Nitin, Abhishek Jasuja, Aditya Sharma, Akshat Baldwa, Akshat Kabra, Aman Patidar, Anamika Vats, Anahat Kaur Mehta, recipient of Shri N.R. Rayalu Medal for third rank, instituted by Mrs. Prabha Sharma and Mr. S.R.R.K. Sharma, Chartered Accountant, Bangalore, and the Sitaram Junjunwala Medal in Business and Corporate Laws, instituted by Sitakunj Memorial Trust through Mr. R.N. Junjunwala, Solicitor and Advocate, Calcutta. And finally, the Kumari Devi Menon Memorial Medal for all-round best graduating girl student, instituted by Professor N.R. Madhava Menon and Mrs. Reema Menon. I would like to thank Shri Nayanan for presenting the set of medals so far. I would now like to request Honorable Shri H.K. Patil to award the next set of medals. The next graduating student that we have is Anshuman Kishore Mishra. Anuj. Anusha Sarkar. Arjun Mehta. Arjun Singh Gautam. Arjun Vivekananda Harihar. Arth Doshi. Arushi Tiwari. Aryan Nagar. Ashish Sharma. Ayush Dikshit. Bal Mugund J. Devditya Saha, rank student instituted by the Birla Sanskriti Trust, Calcutta, and the late Shri A.V. Gopal Krishna Bhatt Memorial Medal for second rank instituted by Mrs. Prabha Sharma and Mr. S.R.R.K. Sharma, Chartered Accountant, Bangalore. Devmalya Biswas. Devansh Bhatt. Devansh Shukla. Dhruv Ashoka Hola. Harit Gandhi. Harshit. Hayden D'Souza. Induja Sharma. Ishan Thakur. Kajal Jamdare. Kanishka Bhukia. Kartik Murugesan. Kartik Gill. Khushi Khemka. Khwahish Sachin Kadian. Krishanu Paul. Krishna Natesan. Recipient of Professor P. Shiv Shankar Mill in Intellectual Property Law, instituted by Mrs. Veenu Jayaram and Mr. A. N. Jayaram, former Additional Solicitor General of India, Senior Advocate, Bangalore. Krishna Sagar. Krishna Sagar. Kriti Jalan. M. E. Anusha. Madhav Agarwal. Mannat Mahe. Niharika Mukherjee, recipient of Mr. H.V. Subbarao Medal in Contracts Law, instituted by Mrs. Prabha Sharma and Mr. S.R.R.K. Sharma, Chartered Accountant, Bangalore, and the Lakshmi Devi Jhunjhunwala Medal in Criminal Law, instituted by Sitakunj Memorial Trust through Mr. R. N. Jhunjhunwala, Solicitor and Advocate, Calcutta, and finally, the H.M. Sirvai Medal for Best Essay. The H.M. Sirvai Medal was instituted in 1997 by Senior Advocate Shri Navroz Sirvai in honor of one of India's most distinguished jurists, the late Shri H.M. Sirvai. The competition is open to any student studying for their first degree at any university or college in India, and the prize is awarded to the best original essay on the Indian Constitution. Next, we have Pranav Kumar. Oh, I apologize, Ojas Chandania. Palak Kumar. Parv Tyagi. Prakhar Sonakia. Pranav Kumar, recipient of the Best Student Advocate Award instituted by Mr. V.R. Reddy, Senior Advocate and Additional Solicitor General, New Delhi. Pratimesh. Pratay Amrit. Pratyush Singh. Preeti Yadav. Radhika Singhal, recipient of the Indira Khaitan Medal for University First Rank, instituted by Mr. Suman J. Khaitan, Advocate, New Delhi. The Sarla Birla Medal for the overall topper, instituted by the Birla Sanskriti Trust Law, instituted by Mrs. Prabha and Mr. D.C. Tamanna Medal in Transfer Accountant, Bangalore. Justice V. and Mr. A. N. Jayaram, former Additional Solicitor in Law and Economics, instituted by Mr. D.C. Singhania, Advocate, New Delhi. The Justice V. Govindachari Medal for Meritorious Student, instituted by Mr. Srinivas and late Shri V. Ramanujachari, Hyderabad. Justice P. Govinda Medal for Best All-Round Graduating Student, instituted by Mr. and Mrs. M. Shankanarayanan, former Chief Secretary, Karnataka. Late Shri S. C. Javali Medal to the Best Outgoing Undergraduate Student, instituted by Srimati Lata, daughter of Shri S. C. Javali and Mr. P. U. Bhavikatti IUFS retired, and finally, Miss Anuradha N. Memorial Medal for Best Outgoing Female Student, sponsored by Legal Excel, advocates, solicitors, and healthcare consultants. Next we have Riya Surabhi. Ritik Raj. Ritvij Ratan Tiwari. Rohit Dalai, recipient of Vice Chancellor's Prize for Outstanding Personal Achievement, instituted by Professor D.K. Sampath, Senior Advocate, Chengalapattu and Visiting Professor, NLSIU. Sahil Mehta. Sakshi Singh. Samriddhi Srivastava. Shankari B. Shanil Mehta. Shantanu, Shikhar Sharma, Shivi Dangi, recipient of the Lakshmi Devi Jhunjhunwala Medal in Criminal Law Memorial Trust through Mr. R.N. Jhunjhunwala, Solicitor and Advocate, Calcutta. Professor Uday Raj Rai Medal in Sai Bhatta Memorial Medal for Most Deserving Female Student, instituted by Sri Shankar H. Pathak. And finally, the K.B. Jhunjhunwala Medal in an Advocate, Calcutta. Shreyas Sinha, recipient of the Shanbag Ravindra Rao and Subba Lakshma Memorial Medal for Best Outgoing Student, instituted by Mrs. and Mr. S.R.R.K. Sharma, Chartered Accountants, Bangalore. Shri A.R. Uday Shankar Medal in Public Law, instituted by Ms. Krishna Uday Shankar, Bangalore, former BA LLB Honours student of NLSIU. R. Keshava Iyengar Medal in Administrative Law, instituted by Mr. K. Parasaran, Senior Advocate, New Delhi. Justice Alvarao Diaz Medal in Jurisprudence, instituted by Mrs. and Mr. Menzies, Panjim, Goa. And finally, the Vikram Singh Medal for Young Leader of the Year, instituted by Karan Singh, Kolkata. Shubh Shri Meena, Shubhangi Pradeep Katare, Shubhranshu Suraj, Shweta Prasad Shah, recipient of the Dr. D.V. Gundappa Medal in Professional Senior Advocate, Bangalore. Siddhant Baheti, recipient of former Additional Solicitor General of India, Senior Advocate, Bangalore, and Srimati Rukmani Devi Arundale Medal in Environmental Law, instituted by Mrs. Veenu Jayaram and Mr. A.N. Jayaram, former Additional Solicitor General of India, Senior Advocate, Bangalore. Siddhant Chaudhary, Soumya Modi, Suryanshu, Swapnil Das, Tushar Marmat, Vedant Gupta, through Virata Namsham, Vishaka Lama, Yashwant Kumar, the following candidates will receive their degree in absentia: Ankush Meena, Ashi Gautam, Vyongo Park, Gunjan Modi, Madhav Mitruka, Vedant Bhisht, Yash Kavadia, and Shivansh Chandra Bagadia.
Sir, I have the honor to present to you the best performer. Will please stand forward.
In programs, we Memorial Medal, Visiting Professor, NLS. The certificate, Suchadananda Bar. In the postgraduate diploma in Medical Law and Ethics, Sabyasachi Chakrabarti. In the postgraduate diploma in environmental law, Rishikesh Sanjay Garud. The postgraduate diploma in intellectual property rights law, Priyanshi Singh. The postgraduate diploma in child rights law, Nikit Austin D'Souza. The postgraduate diploma in cyber law. Postgraduate diploma in arbitration law, Nandini Garg. The postgraduate diploma in taxation law, candidates receiving the degree for 24 and 25.
Qualified for the degree of Master of Business Laws.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of the National Law School of India, University, Bengaluru, I admit the candidates in absentia to the degree of Master of Business Laws and the respective postgraduate diplomas of this university.
That brings us to the end of the degree and prize distribution ceremony. Justice Suryakant graduated from Government PG College, Hisar in 1981 and earned his law degree in 1984 from the Maharishi Dayanand University. He began legal practice in Hisar before moving to the Punjab and Haryana High Court in 1985. He was appointed the youngest Advocate General of Haryana in 2000 and designated Senior Advocate in 2000 in Pradesh High Court from October 2018. He earned an LLM for first class in 2011 and as per 2024.
Shri T.N. Nainan, Chief Guest of the event, my esteemed colleagues from the Supreme Court, Honorable Justice Sister Nagratna, Justice Sanjay Karol, Justice Manullah, Justice Arvind Kumar, Justice Ujjal Bhuyan, Justice Koteshwar Singh, Justice Vibhu Bhakru, Honorable the Chief Justice of the High Court of Karnataka, Shri Manan Kumar Mishra, Chairman Bar Council of India and Member Rajya Sabha, Shri H.K. Patil, Minister of Law and Parliamentary Affairs, Government of Karnataka, Honorable Judges of the Karnataka High Court, Acting Chief Justice, Patna High Court, Justice Bajantri, Learned Advocate General, State of Karnataka, distinguished members of the Bar Council of India, owned and of the dais, members of the faculty, members of the legal fraternity, proud parents, my dear young graduates. Before I begin, let me extend my heartiest congratulations to the graduating class of 2025. You have not just completed your education, you have earned your place among the finest legal minds this country has to offer. Your parents beam with pride today, your faculty celebrate your achievements, and the profession welcomes you with open arms. This moment belongs to you. Savor it, for you have truly earned it. When Professor Madhav Menon envisioned this institution, he spoke of creating social engineers, namely the lawyers, who would use law not just as a profession, but as an instrument of transformation. Today, as you graduate, the question is not whether you have learned the law. It is to bend the arc of justice toward the communities that need it most and to transform your minds back to those initial days, the quiet anxiety of wondering you all miss cramming family law notes before exams, heated coming food at the Atithi after the deadline. You survived it all and discovered invaluable resilience to face whatever comes next. Those experiences, my dear young graduates, shaped you, but they are now ending. What comes next will test you in ways no moot court or exam ever could. While you will face hundreds of professional decisions, your success won't depend on getting all of them right. Instead, 3 specific moments will arrive quietly, almost unremarkably, yet they will define everything that follows. The first, test your ethical boundaries. Will you compromise your values for advancement? The second, challenge your definition of success. Will you choose authenticity or expectations? And the third, question your responsibility to others. Will you lift others as you rise? The first moment comes sooner than most expect and often catches people unprepared. Someone will ask you to do something technically permissible, recognize when it comes. This juncture examines not your legal knowledge, it examines your character. The scenarios are predictable. A senior partner, for example, casually mention you, should you bill the client for the full day even when you finished the assigned task by lunch? Think of it as an investment in client relationship. This is what the senior might say. A colleague pressurize you to discourage your client from accepting a fair settlement, arguing that prolonged disputes mean higher fee for the chambers. While these actions might technically permissible, they will never sit well with your conscience. Early in your practice, a senior advocate asked me, when I just started my practice, to include arguments that felt ethically uncomfortable. When I suggested an alternative approach, he initially resisted, but eventually appreciated my candor. That incident taught me something very crucial, that standing by your conscience does not end paths, it only defines them. That advocate placed his complete trust in me precisely because of my profession that opened doors I never imagined possible, proving that ethical courage is not. Every professional must draw their own line between institutional expectations and personal integrity. My firm advice is, surround yourself with people whose character you trust. Write down your own non-negotiables when you are clear-headed, and always take time before making uncomfortable decisions, because rushed choices in ethical matters often become lifelong regrets. When you know your standards in advance, you respond from conviction rather than confusion. Establishing your compromise threshold eliminates unacceptable routes. The second decision proves far more elusive. It is about desire and not duty. After your first few years, the initial excitement fades and you confront reality. What will genuinely drive you for the decades ahead? That's the question that will in stark contrasts. Some radiate satisfaction despite modest incomes, while others, the difference lies in whether they choose deliberately or drifted into conventional expectations, which really dominated, quietly chose different directions. Legal aid work research, building skills without public recognition. These are also some of the landmarks, the benchmark known for the professional values. Those who chose authentically these expectations, which are in a way a part of the legal aid and social service, often found the most meaningful engagement with law. This simply illustrates a crucial point. Discovering your definition of success requires deliberate reflections. Ask yourself one question: am I pursuing this direction because it excites me or because it impresses the others? The profession offers numerous routes to meaningful success. Find the third turning point: you are actively shaping its future. This happens when younger colleagues seek your guidance, when your becomes what kind of entered practice others transfer your name to represent. Early in my career, I realized every leader chooses between two legacies, namely preserving the status quo or improving it. Meaningful change demands that someone must be willing to stand in the storm while others seek shelter. Your generation faces the same choice. As you advance in your careers and gain influence, you will have opportunities to shape the profession. Mentor younger colleagues who need guidance. Challenge exclusionary practices when you encounter them. Remove the barriers that you once faced. Your legacy won't be measured by your personal achievements alone. It will be defined by the opportunities you create for those who follow. As you leave this institution today, you stand at the beginning of an unwritten will find you across decades, each building upon the last, each shaping not just your own trajectory, but the future of law itself. From my experience, one truth stands out: integrity in your early years creates the foundation for authentic success in your middle years, enabling meaningful impact in your senior years. The reverse is equally true. Compromise early, and you cannot build genuine success later. Pursue, you will not find satisfaction. Choose comfort or progress, and you will leave no lasting legacy. Which to each and every one of you, your chapter in the NLS story begins now. Write it with courage. So what I will appeal you is, write it with courage that challenges the impossible. Write it with purpose that serves something greater than yourself. Write it in a way that inspires the next young person to choose this institution and to believe that NLSIU graduates can indeed be social engineers for justice. Thank you very much. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Shri T.N. Nainan is a pioneering figure in Indian business journalism, having led Business Standard as editor, publisher, and chairman from 1993 to 2020. He previously edited The Economic Times and held senior roles at India Today. Author of the media, he's
Honorable Justice Suryakant, Chancellor of the National Law School of India University, Honorable Justices of the Supreme Court of India, the Chief Justice and other judges of the High Court of Karnataka and other high courts in the country, the Minister for Law in the Government of Karnataka, the Minister for Law in the Government of Karnataka, the Chairman of the Bar Council of India, members of the university's governing boards, Vice Chancellor Professor Dr. Sudhir Krishnaswamy, today's graduating students, your proud parents, faculty and staff, continuing students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. We are running a little behind schedule, and I do not wish to delay you beyond what is essential. So in the interest of time, I will depart a little bit from my prepared text remarks and also assume some of it as taken as read, with your permission. And I want to start by saying that we should start by celebrating this particular university. It was a pioneer when it was started, and it has been in the country. Such sustained leadership year after year does not come easy, so you have my warm congratulations. I think we should celebrate also the larger system of higher education in India, including all the other national law schools and institutions of specialized education, where even institutes that began basically as teaching shops for undergraduate students have become leading centers of research on the frontiers of knowledge. To students in higher education from secondary and higher development, which can make distinguished people who serve there, including celebrate our democracy and our constitution. I think we should celebrate us that exist today, which did not exist 50 years ago. When this university began, schools elsewhere have shown you the kind of growth that takes place in this country. When I finished university in the early 1970s, more than half of Indians lived below the poverty line. They didn't have enough money for 2 meals a day, let alone anything else. Today, we have virtually abolished absolute poverty. We are now the joint fourth largest economy in the world. We are the fastest growing among all large economies, and we are the third largest contributor to global economic growth. It's an achievement to our graduating students today, and say that students from this university have stepped out into a wider world in which they have made signal contributions. They entered the National Law School of India University as a small select group chosen from among many thousands to be able to blaze a trail in your future careers as your illustrious predecessors have done. I offer you my congratulations. I hope that you will hold close to you the standards of integrity and the spirit of public service that are naturally expected of you. I belong to the world of journalism, which I entered more than half a century ago, and I have been studying and writing on the steady growth and transformation of our economy from the 1970s till today. And I use the word journalism and not media because the media is a business, while journalism is a trade or profession that comes with a set of values as it does in law. Things work best when the financial logic of the media business is in harmony with journalism that adheres to its values and ethics. But we know that this is not always the case, and I will come to this in a moment. Well, let me first recall, in the spirit of celebrating the transitions of India, that the world of journalism in the 1970s was dominated by daily newspapers and to a lesser extent by periodical magazines. That was before the age of personal computers, so we wrote on typewriters. Transmitting text was slow and laborious by telex and teleprinter, and the printing and production processes had not changed for perhaps a century. Media penetration was limited. Radio and TV in India were state monopolies at the time and had limited appeal. It was a fundamentally different world from what exists today, dominated as it is now by the proliferating broadcast media with hundreds of news and entertainment channels, the literally countless digital media entities, and more recently, by the altogether new world of the social media. This last is different from all others because its content is unfiltered. Of course, when one looks at what is often broadcast today, one could question the value of whatever editorial filters exist. Nevertheless, the phenomenon of troll armies deliberately purveying fake news is a new experience. Now, still newer challenges confront us with the transformative potential of artificial intelligence that has already entered our newsrooms. It is worth pondering whether the when I look as far back that this clock-making French Revolution, reporters went Burke to say, which he said was more, and those estates were the clergy, the nobility, and the commoners. Today, the three estates are more generally understood to be the legislature, the executive, and the judiciary, and I doubt very much that anyone in the reporters' gallery today would consider themselves more powerful than these three estates. In a way, this is odd, since we live very much in the age of the mass media. Yet we have to recognize the paradox of an everywhere media combining with an apparent loss of media influence. Perhaps this is precisely because the media are ubiquitous, fragmented, and polarized. The relentless flood of information and messages can overwhelm, leading to inaction and indifference rather than engagement. Though ethnic cleansing and the starving of a people has been going on for months in benumbed, having lost the ability, the weight, as war images began to be telecast live into American homes, it had an impeding the Bofors places. That scandal brought down our national government. The contract for field artillery was for about 1,400 crore rupees, and the commission or bribe paid was less than 200 crore rupees. Today, we have reports of scandals running into the tens of thousands of crores, but we seem to treat them as routine events. It matters that politics has become polarized. Because people choose the media that reflects their views and biases, and you get only the kind of news that you want. Journalism then loses the power of persuasion since you are preaching to the already converted, and by those in authority, especially since media ownership has tended to move from traditional family management, has led to some question and brought on different kinds of media, the fact that journalists and judges represent the two estates that occupy the two ends of a chain of public events. Journalists are, in a manner of speaking, the first responders. They alert people to events, developments, and issues that otherwise people might not be aware of. And judges are the last bulwark. They deliver the final verdict that settles debate. So we go from the first responders to the final arbiters. And there is, therefore, a symbiotic relationship between journalism and the judiciary. The system works best when both play their assigned roles, the first as watchdog and the second as a respected arbiter of whether there was something to bark about. Attempts by the other two estates in the middle of the chain, namely the legislature and the executive, to regulate and control the fourth estate are very much matters of current debate and concern, precisely because the changes in media journalism being practiced, or at least just made more pervasive. While new laws and rules are being drafted to deal with the complexities of this changed media scene, what should not be lost sight of is the freedom of speech that is be controlled, if at all that is now possible any more than it was in the late 18th century in Paris. A positive development is that a proliferating media has also led to specialization, or the most sensational cases, and even those were sometimes only perfunctorily reported. That has changed with the advent of specialized websites like Live Law and I think Supreme Court Observer, which offer reliable, up-to-date, and more comprehensive coverage of court proceedings. You, as the students of law, will be familiar with some of these websites, and I venture to suggest that they have helped both judges and lawyers, as well as the wider public, precisely because the very function of media is to inform, such that it leads to better opinion and better decisions. The birth of such specializations in the media, like in other fields, is the hallmark of a developing economy. When one considers the broadly defined half-century that I have focused on, let me recall the development decade, and the 70s, the second development decade. Development became the global focus, today a moment of transition. The old colonized and otherwise poor economies, which comprise today's emerging markets, account now for about half the world's GDP and at least 3/4 of the world's population. The rise of the global south represents the biggest shift in global power in 500 years. Such seminal change is often and perhaps inevitably marked by conflict as the old powers resist change and the rising powers assert themselves. The global drama that we see being played out today must be understood through this long view of history. As a shift of power gains momentum, we should expect conflict to intensify. The rise of the global south, in which India has been a prominent player, was achieved in a world with a certain set of rules, whether on financial arrangements, trade and tariffs, open sea lanes, or simply respect for national sovereignty and borders. Those rules were set by the great powers of the mid-20th century, and they seemed to serve their own interests as well as the rest of the world. But as global power has shifted, attitudes have changed. The rule makers of yesteryear have become the rule breakers of today. Where there was a world order, however unequal and unsatisfactory, we now have increasing disorder. The agreements that everybody had signed on to are being tossed aside. Instead of a world that gave special consideration to the weak and the poor when it came to trading rules or climate change, we now have the assertion of unilateral power and plain bullying, unchecked by any rules and norms. This new world is awash with sanctions, embargoes, and unilaterally imposed penalties. The very countries that enjoy veto power in the UN Security Council now launch wars of choice to acquire territory, as in Ukraine, or threaten to do so, as with Taiwan and even Greenland and the Panama Canal. Geopolitics was always about power, but increasingly it is power unrestrained by rules. Underlying these changes is a change in mindset from seeing interdependence and trade networks as an advantage to viewing them as vulnerability. So we see a movement away from more than half a century of trade liberalization. Out, therefore, goes globalization, in with my country first. Out with networked economies and supply chains, up go protectionist walls. Out with market efficiency, in with national security. Perhaps the most important change is that the country that originated much of the rulemaking of the past is now defined by unpredictability. No one knows what it will do next, least of all its allies. All this makes for a more turbulent place with many uncertainties and risks. Countries like India that benefited from settled arrangements therefore face new dilemmas and pressures. How do we deal with this new world, and what is the framework of thought and strategy that must guide our actions? To answer these questions, we must consider issues like power and vulnerability. When we look at rankings of global power, India ranks 10th in some rankings, 12th in others. It also ranks 4th in Asia. Some rank it above Japan even. When you look at global rankings on technology and strategic industries, India is very much in the top 10, sometimes in the top 5 or 6, but rarely a leader. And what we have learned in the recent past, the most recent past, is that it is important to set your own pace and direction. So I would suggest that the focus on power should shift to a focus on those vulnerabilities, which have been denied to us in global trade in recent months. It means indigenizing weapons production of things like drones and air defense equipment, and developing our own technology, as we have done with our 5G technology stack. It means increasing the role of renewable energy, since we are short of carbon fuels and currently face hostile action on our oil imports. It means doing what we did when COVID-19 hit, by rapidly ramping up our vaccine manufacture so that we could carry out an effective nationwide vaccination campaign and also supply vaccines to the rest of the world. But tackling vulnerabilities also means much more. In today's context, it is obvious that we have to become a more powerful trading nation. That means opening up to trade with all its challenges. It means expanding the organized sector of our economy, which is essential for productivity growth and technological progress. It means improving the presence of our universities in world rankings and putting greater money and energy into research and development. Where we are not able to do things on our own, it means building reliable partnerships to jointly move forward in strategic areas, as we have indeed done with missiles, nuclear submarines, and cryogenic rocket fuels. Whether we become a developed nation when we mark a century since the start of our journey as an independent nation depends fundamentally on how we address these tasks. Speaking for myself, I remain confident that we will rise to that challenge, and in facing that challenge, you have all our best wishes, and look forward to your success. With that, I want to once again congratulate the graduating students today. Jai Hind.
I dissolve the convocation.
Their invitees to remain seated till the procession has exited the auditorium. Please all rise for the national anthem. Now that the procession has exited the auditorium, all graduates are requested to remain seated for their official badge photographs on stage. Each cohort will be called in turn to come up to the stage. Following the badge photographs, all graduates are requested to assemble outside the auditorium for an official photograph of all cohorts who received their degree today. All other members of the audience may please proceed for lunch after the procession has exited the auditorium.
ಎಲ್ಲ ಪದವೀಧರರು ತಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಛಾಯಾಚಿತ್ರಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ವೇದಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕುಳಿತುಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕೆಂದು ಕೋರಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಪ್ರತಿ ಗುಂಪನ್ನು ಕ್ರಮವಾಗಿ ವೇದಿಕೆಗೆ ಬರಲು ಕರೆಯಲಾಗುವುದು. ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ಛಾಯಾಚಿತ್ರದ ನಂತರ ಇಂದು ಪದವಿ ಪಡೆದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಪದವೀಧರರು ಸಾಮೂಹಿಕ ಛಾಯಾಚಿತ್ರಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಸಭಾಂಗಣದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಒಟ್ಟುಗೂಡಬೇಕೆಂದು ವಿನಂತಿಸಲಾಗಿದೆ. ಮೆರವಣಿಗೆ
Hello. Hello. Can we start with